Republican Representative Lauren Boebert catches a lot of crap for being, well, let's say it, not that bright when it comes to, doing things. She's also come under fire recently for a lot of false, I guess you would call them, reports to the Federal Election Commission. She is under investigation for some shoddy spending, I guess is the best way to put that. But sometimes you got to look beyond the member of Congress, and you got to look at their staff too, right? Because if you have somebody as incompetent as Lauren Boebert as your representative, you want to hope at least that they have a staff behind them that knows what the hell is going on. And unfortunately, we found out this week that that is certainly not the case with Lauren Boebert. Because apparently, in a filing with the FEC last week, her staff didn't know which state she represented in Congress. They listed Lauren Boebert as being a representative from the state of Utah, when we all know that she is from the state of Colorado. Now, this might have been an oversight. Perhaps the person filling out the form was from Utah. They saw state, they said Utah, because they were thinking of themselves. Who knows? The bottom line is this. You kind of need to know where the person you're working for is representing. That seems like a pretty gross oversight to state that Lauren Boebert is a representative from the state of Utah. I know it's right next door there to Colorado, but, Colorado, Utah, the words don't even sound similar. They don't even share a lot of common letters. So, maybe double check things before you file them with the Federal Elections Commission. And I know this may seem like a bit of a silly story. Okay, the staffer put down the wrong state, right? Who among us hasn't done that? Most of us. But here's the thing, folks. Lauren Boebert is grossly incompetent and most likely corrupt as well. We're now finding out that her staff, at the very least, is exceptionally careless with the way they fill out forms. And if they're that careless with something as important as a filing with the Federal Election Commission when Boebert herself is under investigation, imagine what they do with legislation. These staffers are the ones that help draft these things. They type them up in many instances. They help write speeches. And if we can't trust them to even get her state right, how can we trust anything that comes out of that person's office? There's lots of jobs where mistakes are pretty much inexcusable. Doctors. If a doctor makes a mistake, they're going to get sued. Lawyers. If a lawyer makes a mistake, they could get sued for malpractice, or they could lose $1 million case. Their client could go to prison for 20 years. They can't make mistakes, just like doctors can't make mistakes. And you know what? Members of Congress, the people that we trust with writing the laws that we all have to abide by, they also shouldn't be allowed to make simple mistakes like not knowing what state they're in. Call me old-fashioned, but I kind of think that's a red flag, and maybe that staffer needs to not be in charge from now on of important documents. One of today's video sponsors is Four Sigmatic, a wellness company that is well known for its delicious mushroom coffee. Four Sigmatic's mushroom coffee is real organic, fair trade with lion's mane mushroom for productivity and chaga mushroom for immune support. I've been starting my day with Four Sigmatic's ground mushroom coffee with lion's mane instead of regular coffee, and I love how it helps me focus so I can get things done. It's amazing, and I absolutely feel an uptick in my productivity every time I drink it. It helps me focus like nothing else. Mushroom coffee is also very easy on your digestive tract and doesn't leave me with that awful jittery feeling or midday crash. All Four Sigmatic products are organic, vegan, and gluten-free, plus every single batch is third-party lab tested to ensure its purity and safety, so you know you're getting the highest quality coffee and mushrooms possible. Now you're probably thinking, does this coffee taste like mushrooms? And I can guarantee that it tastes just like the regular coffee you love. It brews dark and nutty, and it tastes incredible. They have over 20,000 five-star reviews, and best of all, Four Sigmatic backs their products with a 100% money-back guarantee. Love every sip or get your money back. We've worked out an exclusive offer with Four Sigmatic on their best-selling mushroom coffee, but this is just for Ring of Fire viewers. Get up to 40% off plus free shipping on mushroom coffee bundles. To claim this deal, you must go to foursigmatic.com/ROF. This offer is only for Ring of Fire viewers and is not available on their regular website. You'll save up to 40% and get free shipping, so go right now to foursigmatic.com/ROF and fuel your productivity and creativity with some delicious mushroom coffee.